Hey guys, it's Jenny Silver, and today I have a stimulus update for you. Monday, the House of Representatives, Nancy Pelosi, released the new updated version of the HEROES Act. I shared that video and went through specific areas of that bill on Monday. And on Wednesday, Mnuchin, White House Treasury Secretary, countered that updated HEROES Act with a $1.62 trillion package. That package included $250 billion in state and local aid, a $400 unemployment boost. Now, in terms of reaching an agreement, what we wanted to see Nancy Pelosi and Mnuchin reach an agreement on the side before this bill went into a vote. That would tell us that we would have the White House support, and it would back this bill, gaining more Republican support in the Senate before it was voted on. Have not shut down negotiation talks in between them. However, they were not able to agree and find a middle ground between their two proposed packages. So after delaying the vote one day in hopes of arriving at a negotiation, Nancy Pelosi put the updated HEROES Act on the floor of the House of Representatives, and it was voted on and passed in the House. Now, I want to address here clickbait headlines that you may be seeing. If you see something that says new HEROES Act passed, it has been passed in the House. It will not pass in the Senate. It will not gain the Republican votes needed in order to pass it in the Senate, because there is still a great discrepancy in a number of sticking points. No, we do not have a new extension passed. No, we do not have a $600 boost passed. We have a proposed bill that passed in the House that will go on to the Senate, but will not pass there. Original HEROES Act, the Democrats asked for $915 billion in state and local aid. In the updated HEROES Act that was just voted on yesterday, they asked for $436 billion. And in Steve Mnuchin's proposal, he offered $250 billion in state and local aid. Now, in this discrepancy between the amounts for state and local aid, we have the White House administration stating that it is bailout money for poorly run states. Now, although the House has adjourned since they have voted on and passed the updated version of the HEROES Act, Steny Hoyer, the lead House Democrat, has warned the House of Representatives that with 24-hour notice, they could be required to come back into the House should they need to vote on additional legislation. And Nancy Pelosi released a letter to House Democratic leaders outlining her 5 major sticking points, her major issues with Mnuchin's proposal. Now, she stated that the loss of about 280,000 teaching and education support staff jobs reflected in September payroll reports showed the need to give more aid to state and local governments. The White House and Senate Republicans have said Democrats are seeking far too much money on that front, and noting some states have not used up their aid in their March bill yet. She also stated that she has a large sticking point between the amount of aid given to the unemployed. The GOP number does not measure up to the need that we both recognize, particularly as long-term unemployment rises and families are exhausting their benefits. This is separate from our disagreement over the other amount for the enhanced unemployment benefit. She has also listed disputes over the earned income and child tax credits, policy language on testing and tracing programs, and a $44 billion disagreement on appropriations funding. These are 5 notable areas of concern. There are other areas of disagreement that are in part of the discussion with which we will continue to work on as well. Pelosi has stated we always have to find a path. That is our responsibility to do so, and I believe that we will. And she later added to her interview, we will find our middle ground where legislators will get the job done. Now, Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin had a meeting today over the phone on Friday, and in that time, they discussed their areas of disagreement and continued to progress in their negotiations. Today, on Friday, Nancy Pelosi also stated that the House could pass a standalone airline bailout bill. And Nancy Pelosi has stated that with Trump's diagnosis of testing positive for the coronavirus, that it has changed the dynamic of the stimulus talks and negotiations. She stated this kind of changes the dynamic because here they see, referring to the Republicans, the reality of what we have been saying all along. This is a vicious virus. She said she is optimistic about striking a deal, and she stated, we always have to find a path. That is our responsibility to do so, and I believe that we will. We'll find our middle ground. We're legislators. We'll get the job done. Okay, guys, so if you are seeing headlines that there is an additional $600 boost to unemployment, no, there is not. That refers to the updated HEROES Act being passed in the House. However, that is not going to pass in the Senate. If you see that something was passed, that there is stimulus coming, it's still in negotiation. Okay, guys, I hope that was helpful. Please click like, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below.